Mike Johnson is losing his mind, the House Speaker. So apparently Elon Musk is not taking Mike Johnson's phone call. But earlier today, Mike Johnson said that they exchanged a few text messages, but Mike Johnson has tried to call Elon and he has not picked up the phone. Listen to what Mike Johnson had to say about, I guess, for lack of a better term, the lack of communication or little communication that they've had.
I don't know we were going to talk about the bill, obviously, but can we at least touch on this and what you know? I thought you were supposed to have a conversation yesterday with Elon. Did that happen, or was it just texts?
Well, we exchanged text messages yesterday. I spoke with him at length on Monday, and that's why the kind of the blow-up that happened this week was very surprising, disappointing to me. We had a very friendly conversation. I really like Elon. He's a friend. I've come to truly respect his acumen. The Doge effort was heroic, patriotic, helped us find a lot of savings and abuses that Congress was not able to uncover previously. So huge contributions. And look, we can have policy differences. We have that here in this building, every day, but it's not personal. It shouldn't be personal. I don't tell my friend Elon I don't argue with him about how to build rockets, and I wish he wouldn't argue with me about how to craft legislation and pass it. But we've had some good discussion. I thought it was helpful, fruitful, but it's just disappointing. I hope it all resolves today. Look, these are two titans. I respect them both. I'm of course a huge fan and supporter of President Trump. I was with him in the Oval Office yesterday afternoon when some of this was unfolding, and he was disappointed. I was disappointed. I just hope it resolves quickly for the sake of the country.
Yeah, it's not going to resolve quickly, you imbecile. You ass-kissing imbecile. Mike Johnson is losing his mind. And here's more evidence, if you don't believe me, that this guy's losing his mind. So as you know, there are ICE agents across the country, and the law says they have to tell these people who they are. That is a law. You can't just arrest somebody and deport somebody. You have to tell them who you are. You have to tell them you're an ICE agent. But apparently across the country, they're defying the Constitution and the rule of law. Mike Johnson was asked about this, and then he tried to compare it to mask wearing. This is a really weird response. And I think when you're extremely stressed out and you're incompetent, clearly Mike Johnson is, this is the way you respond to a question like this, which is absurd and ridiculous.
From the people who mandated mask wearing for years in America, it's absurd. They need to back off of ICE and respect our agents and stop protesting against them.
So you're okay with these agents sort of not identifying themselves when they're arresting migrants?
Why? So that they can target them? So they can put their names and faces online and dox them? That's what these activists do.
What is he talking about? When you're law enforcement and you have a search warrant, you have to identify yourself. If you're pulled over by a police officer, the police officer has to give you their badge number. Same thing with ICE agents, where you have to at least say who you are. You can't just barge down someone's door and go in there. You have to identify yourself. That is the way our laws work. It's called the rule of law in our Constitution. And somehow Mike Johnson is totally okay with them not doing that and just going into homes and arresting people without identifying themselves and telling people who they are. So apparently Mike Johnson's totally okay with that. Apparently he's totally cool with that. Mike Johnson is losing his mind. Many people within the MAGA base are also losing their mind. This is not going to get better. And this was not a staged thing between Elon Musk and Donald Trump. This wasn't something where either of them are benefiting from this. Certainly Donald Trump is not benefiting from this. The Republicans are not benefiting from this. Elon Musk is certainly not benefiting from this. The guy's lost hundreds of billions of dollars because of this rift that they've gotten into. These are two sociopaths. We need to remind ourselves, okay? Donald Trump and Elon Musk are two sociopaths. These are bad people. They're liars. They're egomaniacs. And they're going to continue to go at one another, whether it benefits them financially or not. I'm not sure at this point they even care.